Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Okay, this morning, I keep having like I keep wanting to do different things this morning, but this was on my front porch. I am going to unbox it, and it is the eCraft scoreboard and trimmer, paper trimmer. So, if you know, then you know, I have been, sorry about that, having issues finding blades for this trimmer. And I realized yesterday I did like some major hunting, and I think this has been discontinued. And I cannot find these blades anymore. So I am gonna have to kind of retire this one, even though I love it so much. I'm gonna go ahead and take my scoring tool out because I like that scoring tool. I'm gonna fold it up. I'm gonna put it away. I can always use it as a scoreboard, but I cannot find these blades. So here's what I did instead. I went online. Hey Vicki, hey Susan, hey Sharon. Good morning all. You get to spend 10 minutes. We'll take it. So, before you go off to school, I hope you have an awesome day at school, Sharon. So I went on yesterday and I went to scrapbook.com, Simon Says Stamp. I went to all these places. I looked at the paper trimmers and I just don't want to use anything else. I want this design. I looked at all the different ones that I could find, and they just aren't giving me what I want. So I did look at the new We Are Memory Keep. Well, it's not too new, but it's like the all-in-one, this trimmer can do it all kind of trimmer from We Are Makers, I guess is what they call themselves now. And I really get annoyed with trimmers that you can't get even measurements across, like the new Tim Holtz one at 6 inches, between 6 and like 7.5 or 7 inches, there's no ruler. Well, I'm a 5x7 card maker, so that was an immediate disqualification for Tim's trimmer. And then let's see, I don't know how to get this off. I feel like this needs to come off. There are no instructions. The We Are Memory Keepers, there's like a whole gap between 0 and 3 inches where there's no ruler. Like, what? No, that will not do. And so, like, I really tried to find one, a new one that I'd be willing to pay my, because I'm buying this with my own money. So I tried to find one that I felt like would be good for me and that I wouldn't mind paying money for, and I couldn't find one of a name brand that I like and that I want. So I went on Amazon to see if I could get my old, well, I really didn't want to buy this one again because I can't get the blades. So I went on Amazon and I found this one. And so it's called eCraft. Never heard of the brand before. I don't know what it's going to be like. And I feel like this is supposed to come off, but I can't get it off. Oh, I guess it's not. Well, good thing that didn't work out. So, oh, okay. Yeah, no, it just has a spring. Okay. It has a scoring tool. I love these trimmers, you guys, because, well, this one is really nice because it also has centimeters. I kind of wish these were flipped. I wish the inches was here and the centimeters was there, but it doesn't really matter because I don't like a trimmer that has, let me grab one. I think I have one. I guess the first part of this video, sorry Sharon, is trimmer talk. We're going to do trimmer talk here for a minute. Happen to have a few in my stash. This one from Stampin' Up, I think I could have loved it. The only problem is that I got this trimmer and 1 month later they discontinued it. And everyone went crazy, bought all the blades, and I can't get any blades for this one either. You see a continuing problem here for me? So this one is like brand new. I don't even know why I keep it because it's kind of just useless for me. But here it says because it's like brand new. I only had it for 1 month. I contacted Stampin' Up because I was like, why do you sell a trimmer that you know you're going to discontinue to a new customer? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So you sold me a product that I can't get blades for. Like, that's silly. That's just, I don't know. So, I'm back into the discontinued blade situation. So here's what I did. I bought this one for $20, y'all. I thought, well, even if the blades get discontinued, I have tried a guillotine, and I like them. I really do. My Tim Holtz one broke on me. And then I got one from another company that I can score because I like to be able to score and cut on the same board. But the guillotine arm on it is not stiff enough. So when you raise it, if you let go of it, it just drops. And it just terrifies me to use it, Dee Dee, because I'm afraid I'm going to cut my finger. So yeah, I've kind of given up on those two, but I thought, well, I'll give this a try. I'm wondering how I'm gonna like it. My first impression is that these lines are super thin. I think they're super thin because it's designed more for like millimeters than inches. So this one's designed for inches, and this one's designed more for centimeters. So this may be, I need to design my own trimmer is the thing. What I was going to show you about the Stampin' Up one, and I don't mean to talk smack about them, I just didn't have a great experience. Theirs is good because it does have measurements on both sides on their old model. Their new model only has measurements, to my knowledge, right here. So when you put your paper in, I like to be able to put my paper in and look at measurements up here. On their new model, you have to put it in and you kind of have to wiggle things around and figure out, okay, this is 3.5. And I don't like measuring that way. I like measuring with my ruler up here. So yeah. Oh, the paper trimmer dilemma. I do have this other one, but it's just too big and bulky. I mean, I have gone down the paper trimmer trail. Let me tell you, I do like this. This is a Fiskars with a rotary blade. And I use it for cutting like chipboard, really heavy duty stuff, because this thing is like the boss when it comes to cutting. And I like that it folds up like so and then unfolds so I can get my 12-inch measurements on. I do like it. It is one of those that you have to put your paper, you don't have a ruler up here, you only have a ruler down here, so you have to kind of fiddle around figuring out where you're cutting. But other than that, I do really love it, and it's just so heavy and bulky that I use that for my journal making. So yes, I would love to design a trimmer. I'm really specific about what I like, and I think it's because I'm like prolific, because I'm always making, I'm always working on things and making things. So I want to test this with some cardstock, really thick 100-pound like super mega cardstock. and see how I like the scoreboard on it. We'll make something too, you guys. I'm taking you down the paper trimmer trail with me. Okay. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Why does the 1 inch start here, but it doesn't cut till here? I don't like it. I don't like that. I mean, I know. You just measure the opposite end. Like if you want 1/2 inch, you're going to have to measure 1/2 inch over here, not 1/2 inch over here. My We Are Memory Keepers is not like that. So I can do 1/4 inch, 3/8, half. I can do all of these measurements before I get to 1 inch. This one, the measurements start at 1 inch. That's a fail. Why don't they call me? They need to call. People need to call me when they're designing a new paper trimmer. Like, if you have access to manufacturing and you're gonna make a new paper trimmer, give me a ring. I got some tips for you. I know the slider's way over there on the other side of the piece of paper, so I don't think it'll mess up most of. I'll have to adjust to it, but it's still like, why? Okay, so let's see how this, oh, it scores good. I didn't use their tool. I went ahead and used a bigger tool because I don't want to be stuck only using one tool because I'm sure to lose it. I'm not going to keep up with that forever, even if it has a home. So that worked. Make my card base. Now let's play with one of these scraps. I'm gonna have to really get used to this whole situation. Over here. I'm gonna have to work differently because what if I needed to score at 1/2 inch? I'm gonna have to work in opposite direction. You know what I mean? Like if I have 3 scores that I make and one of them's 1/2 inch, I guess I'll have to work and think of it like this. Like this is 1/2 inch from ones, or sorry, this is 1/4, half, 3/4. I think I'm just gonna have to think of my numbers differently. Like, where's the score line for 2? Is this the score line for 2? I guess so. It looks about right. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. This one might have to go back. It is scoring okay. I will give it that. These are first impressions, right? So the only thing is, here's the other thing. With this one, I can take this piece here. Let me unfold this again. I can take this piece here and flip it, and it gives me an edge to put my paper against, and I love that because then I can make sure my measurements don't get off, right? And I know this is kind of a copycat of this. They can't make it exactly like this, but, and you know, I don't support buying pirated designs. I really don't, but this one seems to be discontinued. So, and this one's not exactly like it. But I did prefer this. If We Are Memory Makers would just like keep making their blades, we wouldn't have a problem. I love this trimmer. It was worth every penny. I've used it for years and years. Yeah. So over here now, with this piece, I guess I can move it and budget over here and hold it against this, but then my measurements are off. I think this has to go back. I think this is not the trimmer for me. We tried eCraft, but if you guys have a recommendation, let me know. I will, DD, because I mean, otherwise it's fine. It was worth 20 bucks to see, and I'll just wrap this puppy back up and send it back. I am gonna find me a trimmer one day. Oh my gosh. I should be like, hey, got a few tips for you. All right. And so there we are. Bummer. Saga continues. So, well, that's that. I guess my live's over. No, I'm just teasing. Let's make something. We're not going to let that get us down. Okay, let's just make something. I've been feeling like collaging, and maybe it's, you know, maybe it's time to do some collage. I did collage and jelly printing all of July, and so I've kind of had a month off, and I miss it. So do y'all remember these? When I was working on these Margarite Miller cards, I was taking her prompts and making, this one was hilarious, the tornado and the Dallas TV show. But yeah, I was taking these, her prompts, and making 5x7 cards. Well, this is as far as I ever got. And so I was thinking, I kind of feel like picking this up. Now, I know we were going to do more sneak peeks. I really love this one too. We like to do outdoor movies ourselves, and so, and it reminds me of the drive-in. I just really love that card. But I woke up with mixed ideas, so maybe we'll collage a card real quick, and then we'll see. I'll show y'all my stamp set, something like that. All right, I'm gonna put these back in order because they're in order by week. Let me grab my collage prompts. Surely they're on my desk still. If not, we'll grab last year's collage prompts. Doesn't really matter. There's no one policing it. I'm going to grab my index cards. I use the 4x6 for these 5x7 cards. I have a card base, so this is working out. And let's see, where are those prompts? Oh, there they are. I knew they had to be here. Let's do this. Oh, thank goodness for check marks. A plain card, either side, cursive writing, an image with 2 shades of green, something representing aviation, a piece of restaurant menu. Well, that should be interesting. The bonus is a star. So if I throw out the restaurant menu and say no thank you to that, we'll add a star in. I'm sure that I have some aviation. Let's pick aviation. You know what? I've got, here, let me open this to something for you to look at. They're just a little too hard to get to. That's okay. I have an Oddballs Amelia Earhart. I mean, birds, the original aviators. Am I right? So We could go the way of birds, but I know this has lots of transportation in it. Blimps. And let's see. Now let me look at these other ones. An image with 2 shades of green. Cursive writing. A playing card. I think we're going to go the way of birds. I keep my digitals that are printed in these little boxes, and I know that I have some playing cards that have birds on them from Sweet Pea Curiosities. So I'm gonna flip through here real quick and find them. Butterflies. I'm talking about nature's aviators here. Ooh, here's some cursive writing right there. Let's see. Yeah, I've been missing making collage cards. I made that journal every single day. I made a collage in July. It was a lot of fun, but I figured you guys might have needed a break, and I just kind of took one naturally. It wasn't really planned on necessarily taking a break, but I mean, I think all the cards that I make kind of are collage too. So I don't know if it's possible for me to really take a break from that technique. I'm almost done with this box, and I'll have to grab, I only have 2, so don't worry. Doesn't appear to be in this box. Of course, wait, maybe it is. I've definitely got some, I've got my mixed media birds too, which are really beautiful. I've got all different sizes. What are some of the other prompts? I know we need a star, something with green. I really like this grunge stuff. We might end up playing with that too. Just layer up some things. No, that's not the, don't. Fairies, they're aviators. I've definitely got the aviation covered. Okay, let me grab my second box. Got some wings. Sorry, guys. I'm halfway through the second box over here. Starting to doubt if they're in the box, but they should be in the box. Okay, fine. They're not in the boxes. That's fine. Let me get a playing card. I was watching my friend Beth play yesterday evening. I was just getting off work, and I like to decompress a little before I, you know, be all domestic and like, ooh, there's a starfish. Before I get all domestic and start like cleaning and cooking, I like to decompress with a little crafty video if I can, and she popped up as being live, so I popped in to see Beth, which is Happy Place Crafting, and she was working on altering playing cards, so this is kind of perfect. We'll do the same thing. Wish I had a regular playing card, but I don't. Okay, so we've got plenty of birds galore. Just put a bird on it. Mary, how are you? Have y'all ever seen Portlandia? I thought it was a hilarious show. And there's this episode that's called Put a Bird on It. It's hilarious. Put a bird on it. And they just, yeah. It's hilarious. It has Fred Armisen, and I don't remember the girl's Carrie. I can't remember her last name. I'm less familiar with her. I know Fred from SNL. I'm a big Saturday Night Live fan. They have a movie coming out. One of my coworkers' dads is in it as a cameraman. But they have a movie coming out about the first year of SNL. And like SNL, seeing a live recording of SNL is like on my bucket list of like things I want to experience in my life. My husband took me to see Amy Poehler and Tina Fey last year, and they had Fred Armisen there. They did like a weekend update, and they had a couple of other like Saturday Night Live alum. It was really, really good. Okay. I'm a fan. All right. So I think this will be my cursive. But yeah, there's an episode of Portlandia where they kind of make fun of when everybody was putting a bird on everything. This card is large and in charge. I'm not leaving it like that. I mean, you could, but I'm not. So let me grab some of my rice paper that I like to alter. Now, I have rice paper because I like to do gel printing on it, but I also tea-dyed a bunch of it because I just had plenty. And this is the Daiso stuff. It's like, I don't know, $5 or $6 for 100 sheets of it, and I just took a whole pack of it and tea-dyed it. And then we will stamp on it, and then we will alter this playing card with it. So let me go back to my prompts and see what those are. Playing card, cursive writing, an image with 2 shades of green, something representing aviation. I do not have a restaurant menu, and a star. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to pick a flower. I'm sure none of you are surprised. No one should be surprised by this. Oh my goodness, Mary, Instagram is a great place to see Dee Dee's art, but if you don't, you got to watch her lives, Mary. Oh my goodness. So if you go on her channel, just go to the live section because she doesn't do edited videos, so you won't find videos there. You're going to find them under the live section of her channel, and you are going to love it, Mary. She is right up your alley. I'm telling you. Absolutely. And Mary, I keep meaning to bring your card in here, but it's out kind of where I work. It's just so, it just entertains me. I love it. The most recent one you sent for my birthday, which thank you. Okay, So I'm going to take this and stamp it up. All right. And I need to heat this with my heat gun because otherwise it's going to be wet, and then there's Mod Podge, or I'm not using Mod Podge, I'm using mixed matte medium, but still, if the ink is wet, it'll smear and get all messy. We don't want that. So get out the matte medium. I think I'll do this leaf in 2 shades of green, just so I know I've got that covered. We'll do 2 of my favorites from Timmy, Crushed Olive and Rustic Wilderness. I've got my card behind me here, behind my sheet of paper, so I can kind of see that I'm catching, that I'm stamping in places that'll actually make it onto the card, basically is what I'm trying to do. And you know what? It's not really going to look like a playing card anymore, but I can just stamp an A on it and stamp a heart or something like that. I can just kind of make my own playing card. And I'll collage it onto a playing card. Something like that. We'll see. Okay, so here's another green. So we'll have 2 shades of green going on. I love the Margarite Miller prompts just because I don't have to try to be creative and think of anything. It's already done for me. You know, when you have too many options, it's really hard to narrow them down. So she kind of narrows it gives, I am a squirrel. I need like a real narrow path to follow. So it really helps me personally. Okay, so let me heat this up real quick. Starfish is actually pretty cute. I should probably pick one I don't think is as cute, like this lobster. I know, they're all kind of cute, but let's cover up that dude. All right, heat gun. This won't take long. It's rice paper, but just heat it up real quick. Bird Nerd Collage Soup? No, I haven't. I do like birds though. I love the collage soup books. I haven't bought any yet. But I think my favorite one so far is like the odds and ends, or something like to that effect. I don't know. I like a lot of them. The one you had yesterday, Dee Dee, was really cool too. I need to go back. I didn't get to see it all, but, or no, I think I did. I don't know. I never know anymore. I'm kind of pulled in so many directions right now. Such is life. I think I got to finish, but I'm not sure. I'll go back and see. But I saw one on your table and I was like, ooh, that one looks good. Oh my gosh, I loved the rabbits in the forest. That's the one I saw all of. So good. I've always loved rabbits. I used to have a pet rabbit that lived in my bedroom when I was a child. I can't believe my parents let me have a pet rabbit live in my bedroom, but they did. My kids were like, Mom, can I get a rabbit? I'd be like, no. That's an easy no. We're not having a rabbit live in the house. But my parents were like, sure. Oh my goodness. It was the 80s. I was the baby. There wasn't a whole lot of no's for me. And apparently that's just the way it is with babies of the family. And I was the only girl. So, yeah. It's not perfect. I could go back over it with more matte medium, but then of course we have to let it dry. Let me hit it with just a little bit more. This is such a liquidy, the Liquitex, this matte medium with the green label, because there's different, matte mediums have different consistencies. This one is super liquidy. Okay. Ooh, I like this playing card. And I am going to stamp on it with an A for an ace. Hey, Julie. Woodland Wonders. Yeah, I like that one. That one is really cool. Yeah, I really like them. I have quite a few friends who play with them, you know, and they are super cool. Yeah, my matte medium's so wet, so. Oh gosh, so this is going really well. If you like disasters, there we go. I'm just going to put 2 ace. That top one is rough because it's still wet, but there's no time to watch matte medium dry. There are children to wake, breakfasts and lunches to be made. Okay, no problem. We've got our playing card. And now we have 2 shades of green. I might just slap a fairy on it. I like her. I like all these girls. Oh goodness, it's so hard. I think I'm gonna pick this one actually. I just like the direction that she's looking or she's facing. These are from Calico Collage. I haven't used their stuff in a while. I'm happy to pick it up again. I love Calico Collage. And let me tell you, if you're going to shop on Calico Collage, you are missing out if you do not sign up for the newsletter, the email. She doesn't spam you, but she sends you a discount code every month in her newsletter that is significant. Okay? So just a little hot tip for you. If you're going to shop with her, just do yourself a favor and sign up for that email. And then watch for it each month. She sends it on, I think, on the 1st. I'm going to do a little more distressing here. Here's our aviator. We still need a star. We've got the 2 green, even though I'm about to cover one up, but hey, we know it's there, and there's a little nod of it right, little nod to it right there. Maybe we'll cover up that failed ace with a star. I happen to have a bucket of stars on my desk because I love stars. To me, I always think of like follow your dream and like I love the moon and the stars. Like, it's just, I'm a stargazer. So, where's my bucket of stars? I know you're around here. There they are. I'll put a star on it. So star, I'm not doing the restaurant item. That's a restaurant menu piece. No, I don't have one. We've got aviation. We've got everything. We're good. We'll put a few stars on it. This is really thin. Let me grab a glue stick. Clean up my desk a little bit. Hey TR, good morning. For a minute, getting ready to travel home. We visited Fairfax, Virginia and South Carolina. Now we're headed home. Cool, TR. Oh, you got to see your son. Oh, I'm glad you got to pop in. It's good to see you. I'm just doing a Margarite Miller collage real quick. And then I'm probably gonna stamp out my stamp set so y'all can see that. I haven't really done that yet. I did promise sneak peeks. I'm just not... I'm not that much into sales. But no, I told y'all we would sneak peek, and we are gonna sneak peek. But I also was my creative heart was being pulled in a lot of directions this morning, and kind of my rule and why I don't do like a lot of design teamwork and different things is because when I come in my craft room, this is my happy place, and whatever I want to play with is what I want to play with. I don't want to feel like overly obligated to do anything other than what I want to do, because, you know, in the rest of my life, I am overly obligated to do all the things. I'm tempted to stamp this leaf out in those different greens in the background. So I'll do it. Really like the crushed olive. I've always liked olive green. I like army green too. So let's just do this. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like it. I think what I'll do maybe some like alternating patterns. Let's try this. Nice. And then we'll put some of the other green, the rustic wilderness, up in here. Hey Kim. Good morning. I know it's the middle of the night for you in Alaska. I can't believe you wake up for this. I'm just working on a Margarite Miller collage right now, and I'm about to shift gears and do, I'm about to stamp out my book stamp set so y'all can see all the sentiments and stuff, because we haven't done that yet. Everything's kind of been under wraps until now. Put this up here. Oh, we tried a new trimmer. It was a fail. So it's back to the drawing board on me having a new trimmer. All right. I love it. The stamping in the background is perfect. That's clean enough. Now, this stamp set also has some cursive right here that you can't read, which is my favorite. my brain, if there's writing, it wants to read it. So when it's obscured enough that my brain can take a break, I just love it. When it's like, you're not going to be able to read that, just stop trying. So I like stamps like that. Otherwise, I'll sit there and try to read it, even if it's just completely random nonsense. And I can tell my brain, hey, brain, you're not supposed to read that. It's not really for that. But it still will. Like, my brain's already picking out that I can read dates on here. August 26th. Whatever. I'll be fine. There. Okay. Got some more cursive in. Now we're done. Glue this puppy down. I hope you guys like that. That was fun. Oh gosh, I just love it. Dee Dee, you were talking about the other day how you just can't like hunt for things for weeks, like to look for the perfect image for this or that. I'm the same way. I just want to move. You know, there's a flow for me and creativity. And I just want to grab and go. I collage like I'm at 7-Eleven. It's grab and go, y'all. It's just grab and go. But I like where this landed. And so on the back of these cards, let me get one so I can remember. I am doing them universally the same. And yeah, my card got dirty. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So I'm using Authentic Art Made by Me stamp. This is a red lead stamp. Love red lead. Too risky. I'm going to open it up. There we go. So that, then I will sign it. I like the idea that whoever gets this card will be able to follow this hashtag and see what others have created and see collage by other people as well. So this is 2024. The hashtag is 2024 CW, and this is week 16. I guess you could say I'm a little bit behind if we're on week like 38 right now. It doesn't matter. I get to turn the page. All right. So we did that. Yay. I like her. Now, let me grab some paper. Rock on, TR. Hope you get some rest when you get home. Hope you get in your craft room when you get home. I always miss my craft room and my dog when I'm away from home. And it doesn't take long. It's usually like 24 hours. I'm like, I want to go home now. I want to be with my dog. And I want to be in my craft room. Of course, sometimes we get back and she's like, I'm good. Because she gets to stay with my brother and sister-in-law who treat her like a queen. And she's usually like, yeah, I'll just stay here. I'm good. I'm going to fix this A now that my mixed media should be pretty dry. There we go. Better. Not perfect, just better. Okay. Put that card away. Grab some paper. We've got 15 minutes for me to do a little stamping, which is plenty of time. I want to show y'all what I had in mind when I designed this stamp set. So obviously I designed this one. It's called First Chapter to go with my paper pad, but which I think is kind of like little bit magical, but it's very just booksy, right? Paper pad. And so I wanted lots of possibilities packed into a little space. So here we go. I did an open book, which is kind of fun because all kinds of things could pop out of the book. I did 2 labels because labels are always a good thing. I have my favorite book quote of all time from H.G. Wells on here, and it's, "We all have our time machines, don't we? Those that take us back or memories, and those that carry us forward or dreams." That's just like my favorite book quote of all time. And then I thought this one was really good. "Books may well be the only true magic," because I think they are pretty magical. And then I have Today a Reader, Tomorrow a Leader by Margaret Fuller. "So many books, so little time. Our love story is my favorite. Read, dream, achieve." So those are the sentiment. Oh, and currently reading, just in case you keep a journal, a book journal or a reading journal or something like that. Or if you just keep another journal and you just want to make note of a book that you're reading, I put a currently reading in there. And then fun little stamps that can be layered. So let's just play with this a little bit, and I can kind of show y'all where my head was at when I was putting all this together. I just need to grab a few stamp blocks to make my life easier. That should do it. I could make that work. This is a photopolymer stamp set. Hey Shay. Hey Carmina. Hi. Hey Beth. I was just talking about you. I did a altered playing card. I was thinking of you. I used my rice paper and stamped on it. Talking about how I got to decompress from work yesterday by catching your live before, you know, being all domestic and doing dishes and stuff. Okay. And making really awesome tacos, which is what I did last night for dinner. I have been in my groove. I made carnitas last week. And I made a really good beef stir fry last week. Like, I was teasing my family last night though about like, do we have to have dinner tonight? Just asking for a friend. They were like, looked at me all sideways. I was like, okay, I guess we have to have dinner tonight. Okay. Got the message. All right. For the Today a Reader, Tomorrow a Leader. I think this punch is going to hate this paper, but I'll try. I thought of it being in a circle. Yeah, no, this punch is like, sorry, sister, I can't do that. Can you? No, it can't do it. It just can't. That punch is on its way out. It's on its last leg. So, but I thought of it in a circle, and I don't know that a 1 inch is the right size because I haven't done this yet. The roughest circle you've ever seen. I thought this would be really cute in circles because of the way it's designed. Yeah, really rough circle, but you get the general idea. I think it's just kind of fun to have sentiments that aren't just rectangles or whatever. And I thought this one would be really good for that. I think you could also put other ones in there. Now, and I thought this would just be really good for like students, you know, giving encouraging cards to students. Oh my goodness, my daughter's math teacher is hardcore, you guys. She's so hardcore. I think I've talked about it with y'all, which is good because like Sparkle Heart, she needs a challenge. She's really bright, she's really intelligent, and she's never been challenged. She just makes hundreds all the time. All of her elementary days were just hundreds, just, you know. Now she's in middle school and we put her in all honors classes, and she's having to work for some of those honors classes, and she never had to work before. So it is really good for her, but she's like not loving it. Not loving it. So I made this label so that some of your sentiments can fit in there. Now, this one's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but it does fit. And I thought that's kind of fun too, because then you can make yourself a bunch of labels. Those are the 3 that fit in there. Now, obviously, you don't have to stamp one of these sentiments in here, but it's fun that you can. So Many Books, So Little Time, which is a separate. Sometimes I get labels and they already have like things inside of them, and I'm like, oh, bummer. So I designed mine without anything in it so that you could put whatever you want inside. This is the Books Are Magic sentiment. I just wanted to show y'all, because you may look at it and not straight out of the gate see what I had in mind. So I thought, I'll show them what I had in mind. So there's that one. And Read, Dream, Achieve. Again, really encouraging for students. Whoops. Okay. Now, let me grab a couple of these other sentiments just so you can see all of them stamped out. Let me move some things over for you guys too. And get myself organized here a little bit. There we go. Definitely, you know, these are smaller, so I like to lay them out however I want them. I do prefer a block that has a grid on it, because then I can line things up even better. I'm not going to worry about it for the purpose of demonstration here, but if you have a grid block, you can line things up and get them in a straight line. Now, with this H.G. Wells quote, it is kind of, some of my quotes are kind of thin, but I wanted them to fit in a reasonable amount of area. So, you know, I wanted this to still fit on the front of a card if you wanted it to. I could have made it bigger, but then I think it would be a little awkward. This gives you more options as to where you can put it. You like the stamp set, Mary? I'm so glad you like it. Oh, thanks, Shay. Hey, Gloria. How you doing? It's good to have everyone here. Oh, Shay. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. You've really had a run of it. Your family has gone through it this year with loss. I am so sorry, dear. I will keep you in my prayers and thoughts for sure. I thought it would be kind of fun to have, like, our love story is my favorite for, like, you know, those that like romance novels, or you want to make a card for your hubby or partner or whatever. The currently reading and the H.G. Wells. Now, here's something else that I had in mind, that when you have a sentiment, I think it is fun to have the idea of being able to add images to our sentiments, like have these smaller images that we can add to our sentiment strips. I haven't really seen that done, but why not? So like I have this one little book, and this book is fun because this book could be in any color. You don't have to stamp it in black. You could do like a whole rainbow, because it stamps solid. You could have, you know, tea-dye book. You could have a green, blue, yellow, purple. You could make a whole, you could stamp it out in a rainbow. I just think that's kind of fun to have that. But, you know, I sized these so that they could go along with your sentiments if you wanted them to. Let's see, I think these, I had to do the mirror for these, but these could also like bookend on your sentiment. I need a longer block. Man, all of my blocks are looking kind of rough these days. I need to add cleaning my acrylic blocks to my monthly checklist. But yeah, basically, you know, you could take these, you don't have to put both on one, but you can, and now you can like have a really cute sentiment for your book card or inside of your journal. I think if you're making a journal, it would be cute to have these like in the corners or whatever. So, I mean, they're just cute images in general, but that is where my head was at when I was designing them. We've got the open book, which I can switch back out of this. And the open book is fun. I almost put an open book that had like flowers coming out of it on the stamp set, but then I thought, well, if I just give them an open book, they can put anything they want coming out of it. Any kind of stamps or different things that they might have, you know. Or you could draw, you know, something coming out of the book. I have this flourish, and then I did kind of tendrils or scrolls as well. So you could do something like this. And just make like a little bookish. And this is mirrored as well. I don't feel like there's ever enough mirrored images to work with. And I wanted some that were. I like these stamped the opposite way. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's switch them on my block. I'm going to put this one where the little squirrels, I am a squirrel, where the little swirls are on the outside versus the inside. So I like them stamped like that. But you stamp them any way you want. This isn't wrong. It's just I prefer that. So even though it's tiny, I think the stamp set is mighty. It's very buildable. And we haven't stamped this label out yet. I really like this label. The currently reading fits inside of this label too. So there's that label. You can stamp it out plain, or, you know, you could add currently reading or from the library of, or just someone's name if you're gifting them a book. You could stamp that in there and write their name inside of it. Like a "this book belongs to" kind of situation. Where's currently reading? There it is. So yeah, currently reading fits in there. Okay, I like this one also, the flourish, for like corners of pages and things like that. So let me grab a journal. We'll get my irritated darling out. We haven't looked at her in a while. With the little worry doll on there. And let's just stamp this out. I just think this is lovely and could be really beautiful, even on like the four corners of the front of a card or something. But I think it's really pretty on corner pages of like journal pages. It's just a really beautiful flourish. And even though it's small, it has a lot of detail. So I'm just stamping it with my Tim Holtz ink, the Distress Oxide. And I'm still getting lots of detail and saturation. So that is that one. Let me pop this back in there. Oh, Mad Minnie. She's mad at Sunrun. Okay. Of course, Shay. Of course. Oh, thank you, Dana. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's so exciting, but it's like, it's exciting, but it's also scary at the same time. I don't know why, it just is. I think the most intimidating thing about it for me is the business side of things. Getting all of that right and doing that right is the part that's scary. Okay. Now, I also created this line here. Again, I created it so that you could embellish sentiments with it. You can create like blocks with it, or if you stamped it out a little wider, you could create a square with it. But you can also outline things with it. So let me get a tag, and I think that will help me exemplify a little bit. Well, I used to have some tags over there, but I don't anymore. No problem. We'll just make one real quick. With a scrap. Okay. So with this one and the fleur-de-lis, which I put 2 in there, I thought, but you could do it with a flourish, you could do it with other things. I thought it would be really fun. My hands are so dirty that I keep getting all the white paper dirty. Okay. I thought it'd be fun. Again, this is the buildable part of the stamp set. To outline things with it and then like connect it with like the fleur-de-lis or whatever you want. we'll just pretend like those were connected. I did this really solid one, so the lines, you know, you could fill in lines wherever you need to. But yeah, this is a fun one because you can just emphasize your sentiments, but it's also like a builder kind of stamp. Now, I will say that I tend to get it crooked, but there is a way around that with a T ruler. I think if we work with a T ruler with it, we could get it straighter. Oh boy, I have to go. It's that time, y'all. It kind of gotten away with me. I started to play and the time got away from me. But yeah, so, you know, obviously you don't have to stamp off the edge as much as I did with these, but the idea is that you can outline and border things and all different sizes. You know, I love a stamp set because this could be green or purple or blue. You know, with the stamp set, you ink it up in whatever color you're working in, so you can coordinate it to go with your project. And I just thought these were so fun and so perfect for the book lovers. Here's the other fleur-de-lis. Fleur-de-lis. All right. Which I didn't realize they represent the Trinity. It was perfect because before I put them on my stamp set, I was like, you know what? I need to know what this represents. I don't want to put this on there. And I didn't know it represented the Trinity. And I was like, oh, well, okay, perfect. I'll take it. Now, here's I think this is the last, nope, we have one more that I haven't stamped yet. This too is just a teeny tiny little accent, again, that you can kind of put around things and decorate your sentiments with it. Or, you know, we could take the same accent and kind of go around the top of this tag with it. Let's see if I can fit two on here. I don't think I can. Not quite. It's fine. But you get the idea. It's just kind of fun little accent, and it's micro, it's mini, it's bitty. But I think that's fun. So now I can kind of build up this tag. I think it's looking very bookish now. There we go. Okay, one last one, and actually I really like this one. It's a stack of books. And then I have to go. Hi, Linda. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Tana. How are you? Hi, Nima. Hi, everybody. We're just stamping out my first chapter stamp set here. And I'm showing you what I had in mind when I was designing it. So like one, let's stamp this stack of books. I really like etched images. I like really detailed images that you don't feel like that I don't feel like I have to color if I don't want to. And I just really like, of course, having a stack of books for this book themed release. Again, the book can be in any color. You can stamp them in black, or you could stamp them in whatever color you want. But that is what I had in mind for these when I designed them. I wanted to just kind of stamp those out for y'all. Like I said before, not to be too redundant, but you may look at it and not think that there's much to it. But I did have a lot of thought that I put into designing it so that you would have lots of possibilities when it came to using it. I have gotten this thing so dirty, but yeah, from like building borders with just, you know, just a little bit, you know, or having tags that you can put inside of, you know, you could stamp inside of books and write someone's name if you're gifting them the book, or, you know, if you're journaling, you can journal about what you're currently reading. You can decorate your sentiments, build things. So yeah, that is the first chapter stamp set. So I am hoping to open the shop on Saturday. I will be live on Saturday. I'm planning around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll kind of just have like a little celebration, and I'll show you some more things that are in the shop, and we'll just kind of kick it off with a little bit of a party. I have a few more things to do before then in my free time, but that is it for today, you guys. So we stamped that out, but we also made this card in case you missed it. I did the Margarite Miller challenge. My hands are too dirty to be touching a card. But yeah, we did the Margarite Miller challenge today, and this was for week 16. I'm a bit behind, I would say. But it was really fun. It was fun to get back into collage and do that. And then I just wanted to sneak peek this stamp set for you. So that's everything I got for you today. I hope you guys have a super awesome day. I'm sorry for those that are just tuning in. I mean, I'm so glad you did. I hope all of y'all have a super fun day. If you want to see this stuff, you know, you might catch the replay or go back. Hey, back. Hey, Julie. Oh, thank you, Linda. What time is the Reese? I am planning 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And so, yeah, super exciting stuff. Hey, Rhonda Lane. Hi, Jim. Hi and bye. But hi first. Thanks, Carmina. Thanks. I appreciate all y'all's support. It means the world to me. I really, really do appreciate it. Oh, I forgot to put a star on this. You guys, it has to have a star. That was part of the parameter. Let's just throw a couple on there. Do I have different colored red ones? Or is just the black a different color? I think just the black is a different color. Let's put a red down here. Star was one of the collage parameters, y'all. I almost forgot. Y'all were probably like, is she ever going to put a star on that? Yep, we're going to do it right now. Okie doke. Fully officially done after this. There we go. Now I hit the parameters or prompts. Bye, everyone. I hope y'all have a super awesome day. I'll see you again probably tomorrow and then definitely Saturday. All right, bye.